Hype Hangouts, Season 1, Episode 2. Are you cook? What's going on, y'all? Hype found it in another entry. This is Hype Hangouts, Season 1, Episode 2. I'm on no fap day 35 out of 90, and 10 more days, I'll be halfway through the journey. You know what I mean? I just want to let you know that when you do no fap, it starts out like that. It starts out with you just, going through it, and it's easy. You know what I mean? You're not gonna really be tested when you first do no fap because nobody knows you're doing it. You know what I mean? nobody can see the change in you when you first start. You know what I mean? When you first start doing no fap, nobody sees the difference in you. Nobody sees like you as like a disciplined. Nobody sees you like that when you first start. You know what I mean? But if you've been a seasoned veteran, especially in doing like 90-day streaks and higher and everything like that, people see the difference. They see the change in you. You know what I mean? They see and there's a change being made in you. God starts to get the glory. God starts using you. You know what I mean? It doesn't start that way. It doesn't start out like, well, I mean, yes, of course, God's always going to use you if you're not indulging in flesh. You know what I mean? But, like I said, you can't lie to people. They know there's a change. You know what I mean? Soon, it's going to be God versus the devil again. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going through right now. God's trying to glorify me. God's trying to use me. The devil's trying to humiliate me. You know what I mean? And I got to keep going. You know what I mean? Since I consider myself a vet in doing 90 days, I got to live up to it. I really got to do 90 days. No matter what happens. You know what I mean? That's what this is my second 90-day streak this year that I'm attempting. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to call myself a veteran at doing 90 days. Yeah, I want to do more than 90 days. Of course, I want to keep going. Of course, I mean, at least until my archery class is done. You know what I mean? I mean, if I could do, I'm aiming for 90 on video. But I'm really want to finish the archery class. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, when you first start out, you're humble. You know what I mean? You're doing it for the betterment. You really want to not watch porn. You really don't want to fap, and you just, you're humble. Okay, I'm tired of watching porn. It's a little trendy now. Doing no fap is trendy. I want to hop on. Everybody's doing it. I want to, hop on board and do it too. You know what I mean? But then once you keep doing 90 days, you keep proving yourself like that. You start having that confidence that you could do 90 days, that it just becomes second nature. That's when it becomes God versus the devil. That's when you start dealing with temptation. People you shouldn't be affiliated with trying to affiliate themselves with you. You just throw yourself into that wild space because, everybody's so used to you having no, freak vibration that you start to really have a vibration once you keep doing 90 days. You keep doing high streaks. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I want to say today. This is Hype Hangouts, Season 1, Episode 2. I'll see y'all in the next one.